This is part 11 of building a camper van with no experience, and today I'm installing the electric hookup and the water inlet pipes on the outside of the van. So we started out by drilling 3 holes in the van just so I can attach this bit of plywood. So then when I go to use the hole saw, it basically cuts through and makes sure that I don't rip much bigger hole in the side of the van. Use this video technique from Greg Virgo. If you are building a camper van and you haven't watched any of Greg Virgo's videos, I definitely recommend going out to watch them. It was at this point when I was using the hole saw that I realised that the battery drill that I was using at the start wasn't powerful enough to actually pierce the skin of the van. So I went over to a plug-in drill and got through. So after we cut the hole in the van, went around and filed around all the edges just to make sure there was no burrs and basically deburr the hole. So then when we went to go and put the actual hookup in, it was all smooth and everything like that as well. So yeah, just went around and filed it off, making sure it was all nice and smooth. And then once we'd done that, went around and painted it with some white hammerite paint just to protect it from rust and the elements. Then it was on to cutting and drilling more holes in some plywood. So this was going on the inside of the van, so the electric hookup and the water inlets have something to screw into. So when I'm attaching both the outlets on the side of the van, they're not just screwing into the metal of the van. So we cut the same size hole with the same hole saw drill bit that we used before, and then marked out on the electrical hookup and on the water side where the screw holes needed to be, just so when I go to screw it in, obviously it lines up perfectly and we can screw it in all nice and flush. So I was just making sure I was getting it straight and drilling exactly where I needed to do. And then it was time to actually install the electric hookup. So what I didn't actually film on this part is I connected the cables up to the back before I put it in. Everyone always says it's easier to do it when it's outside the van, and it's definitely true. So I'd done that and then put it on, and you can just see on the outside as well, I didn't record this bit, but I did put some Sikaflex behind it just to make sure it was all watertight and actually stuck onto the van rather than just screwing it in as well. So we put the first screw in and then ended up doing the rest, and this is what it looked like after we'd installed the electric hookup, and it done exactly the same process on the other side for the water. Drop me a follow to see how the rest of the van build goes.